Guys, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Max, let me know, guys, if you can hear me so I can get this thing going. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Hi, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me last minute. Hi, Army Wife, Megan, Tracy, Love, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Hope you're doing well. Joel B, Sherry, Megan, Joel, Totally Jaded, Army Wife, Inquisitive, Nancy, Erin, KB's Mama. Okay, so first of all, let me apologize, as I said, for this late stream or sudden stream, because it came to my attention since yesterday that, well, as we know, Katie Joy was promoting, what is his name? Unirock. And I took it upon myself to try and listen to Unirock, but I couldn't even get through 5 minutes. No disrespect to him, but I just couldn't. I truly just couldn't. But I'm glad that I caught what he was doing in regard to exposing this fraudulent fundraiser, and I have a lot to say about that because, first of all, in my opinion, when you want to expose something, I firmly believe that you have to fully investigate it, get all the facts, get everything on point, do what you need to do, and come back with the proof that this is fraudulent and, on and on and on. But in my opinion, Unirock needs to learn how to be a leader and not a follower. Because all of a sudden now that Katie Joy has brought this issue up of allegedly this being the MARVON McRae or Justice for Vaughan fundraiser, and she was the one to say that it's a fraud. So at the end of the day, maybe he should do his due diligence and actually find out if it is truly fraud, not just go after all these people like Molly Golightly, Justice for All, and LB. Now, once again, I'm not speaking up for these people. They can speak up for themselves. But what's wrong is wrong and right is right. So let me get into this. I even took notes. So you can imagine how, let me not be mean. But it was hard to actually sit and listen to Unirock. So first of all, Unirock said that this fundraiser, weird. This is a weird fundraising effort by Molly, Justice for All, and LB to bring large sums of money. Thank you so much, Alberta and Stella, for becoming a member. You guys, I'm not ignoring the chat. I just want to get out what I need to get out, and I'll get involved in the chat, but I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm not being disrespectful. He says to bring in large sums of money for lawyers so they could do something positive for the story and to help with the kids. Now, first of all, when this first started, Molly Golightly and Justice for All were coming at the story from the side of, first and foremost and most importantly, MARVON McRae, who is still fighting basically for his life. He's still in a coma. And with the kids come into play, maybe he should have done his due diligence and researched that Katie Joy was the one to actually be on the side that jumped fence, to be on the side of the girl's dad, and to raise funds for him to get an attorney to fight for his kids. So first, off the back, he's got wrong information. Moving on. This he goes on to say, the problem with the money the problem when the money came in, they changed their tune. They never ever changed their tune. But putting down people who ask questions about the lawyer. Now, where did that come into play, people? That came into play when people started asking for their refunds back, was when Katie Joy got booted from the story, when she got found out about the fraud herself that she is. She was the one to jump fence and start putting on blast the biological parents of MARVON McRae. She was so butthurt that they didn't want to deal with her anymore. So she changed this whole story into, and people, please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. She changed the story of Miss Letitia, Miss Wynette, and Mr. Jackson are all frauds. She was the one to do that. Nobody else. Katie Joy was. And then because they got caught out, what they were doing was wrong. Now, how did we come to that conclusion that what they were doing was wrong? But fundraising for this family that first of all needed to go see their son. When Molly Golightly and Justice for All started this fundraiser, at that time, Miss Letitia needed funds to go and see all the way from Savannah, Georgia to Arizona. We all know the days we live in now. People are living from paycheck to paycheck if they're lucky. People are having a hard time. Nobody just has thousands of dollars to travel from Savannah to Georgia, or from Savannah, Georgia to Arizona. Nobody. If somebody does have that money, good for them. But this family didn't. So in turn, Molly Golightly and Justice for All fundraised for them to get from A to B, basically. Also, they did fundraise money because Letitia needed to see her son. The only way at that time, and Katie Joy knew this, at that time, the only way she could see her son was to go through an attorney. They started fundraising, and then Katie Joy was the one to break this, okay? Katie Joy, the one that says this whole fundraiser is a fraud. She broke the news on how Andrew McRae texted Miss Letitia and gave her an ultimatum on how she could see her son. So when I give money to, you know, what's his name? Lawrence O'Donnell has this yearly thing that he Christmas to buy desks or make desks for kids in Africa. We do that every year on behalf of each member of our family. We know that he's fundraising or collecting funds to get those desks. Why would I need a receipt? Because most of the time when you donate, a lot of people, we don't do this. Katie Joy, I know, does this. She files it on their taxes. So it's basically not 100% loss. So, point blank, end of story, Katie Joy is butthurt because she got kicked from the story. For Katie Joy to start this and to cause all this commotion is absolute bullshit. And this can just prove to anybody how one person can cause so much chaos. And Katie Joy is doing exactly that. Look at what she is doing to Miss Letitia. What Miss Letitia has done in her past has got nothing to do with what's going on now. Everybody has done shit in their life. But if I have to compare Miss Letitia to Katie Joy, she is mild and she did what she did for the best interest of her children. Whereas Katie Joy is a totally different story. Let me read some of the comments before I go any further. But this is absolute bullshit. And I'm going to say this again. Maybe Unirock needs to learn how to be a leader opposed to just following Katie Joy's tune. Because good luck to that, brother. Good luck to that. Katie claims all fundraisers she doesn't start as fraud. Now, you see Katie Joy's butthurt because Katie Joy is not the one, in my opinion, that's receiving this money, because she is bleeding money, because as she even explained, she's paying her attorney every second week. And with the lawsuits that she is involved in, that's major. That's major. So I've had experience with lawyers twice in my life. First time with our immigration. And for our immigration process, we paid close to $50,000 for an immigration lawyer, which took us over a span of a few years. A lawyer, my lawyer, our attorney, charged us $30. $30, you guys, for a stamp, a postage stamp, $30. Hey there, was happy to see you live. You look pretty today. I'm so glad you are doing this. Thank you so much. As I said, I just got in from taking fetching my kids from school. So hot down here in the south. I just put my hair up and I had to do this. I had to do this. This is wrong on so many levels. A douchebag YouTuber, whoever that is an understatement. Hi, Objection Chicory. Hope you're doing well. Uni is a male version of KJ. Now, Uni he just needs to learn to be a leader and stop being such a follower, especially following in KJ's footsteps. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Then I'll have to tell you, my Stella and I passed our final service dog test with an eye. Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations. I can't even keep my words. I've been running all flipping day. A creator who plays games online and chats shit constantly for hours at a time. And that's another amazing part. All these people want to sit and judge Molly Golightly and Justice for All. That's who they are. That's what they do. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's as simple as that. So he's the one that does the same thing. I'm sure he's up there in age, I can expect that from maybe, I'm not going to give a 25-year-old a pass. But no, get a life. Get a life. Right now, I love your channel so much. I'm so happy you've been doing live lately. I just wanted to send you all the positive vibes and energy. Thank you so much, Shane. I appreciate it. And I need all the positive energy and vibes, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is just so wrong on so many levels. I don't see how nobody can be affected by how or what Katie Joy is doing to this family. MARVON McRae is still the #1 priority, period. And if all these people seem to want to go after Molly Golightly or Justice for All, this is who they are. They're not going to change for anybody. And the saddest thing about it, this man comes up on his panel, okay, and he makes the statement that Molly is broke. Why? Why would you do that? Is that to try to embarrass her or degrade her? I'm broke. A lot of people are broke. What is so negative about being broke? It's like, if he himself seems to be in such a better place, why doesn't he do his due diligence, get the facts that this whole fundraiser is a fraud, and explain it to people? Katie Joy was the one, the ringleader, the sole person to bring it upon herself because of her ill feelings and because she couldn't handle rejection, to come on and allege, or not even allege, to claim and state that this is a false fundraiser. People are getting the cue from her because she was the one to ask for her money back from this woman. Now, once again, when it comes to Cash App, okay, or when you donate, if I donate to, let's say, to Alberta and Stella. If you say, okay, my dogs are in a certain situation, there's the money. I don't want to know what's going on after that because life happens. Miss Letitia is responsible for her whole family. And this is just fucking common sense, you know? You still have your day-to-day life. Your bills don't stop. You still got to survive. So when you give money, like example, I give $50. I want my $50 to be accounted for. Get the fuck out of here, Katie Joy. Unirock is a conspiracy theory guy. Unirock is a fucking idiot. That's what Unirock is. Nancy probably, since Unirock mentioned wanting to contact Keemstar about helping people get refunds, I don't know, but KJ asked him to unblock her. What? Wait, hold on. Nancy probably since Unirock mentioned wanting to contact Keemstar about helping people get refunds, but KJ asked him to unblock her last night. Oh, so Katie Joy wanted Unirock to unblock her so she could get on, you know, hop on the bandwagon and be justified in her starting this rumor that this fundraiser is fraudulent. Get the fuck out of here, Katie. You are a sad person, a very sad person. Yeah, I was like the 100th like on this video. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate that. But they blocked her last night. They unblocked her last night. A group of fucking miserable people, honestly. It doesn't take a human being to understand what a person in the situation could be going through. You always put yourself in that person's situation. It's not that hard to do. But you see, Katie Joy, she can't do that because Katie Joy is all about me, I want. I am the one. No, boo, you ain't shit. KJ doesn't have common sense. Definitely not. But at the end of the day, it's all I'm saying is this, okay? If you have second thoughts about giving, just don't give. That's okay. That's okay. Pray. You know how powerful prayers are. You know that today, I'm not even gonna lie. As I was thinking about doing this, first thing I thought of, and this is not a bad thing to do because what Katie Joy is doing is hurting people. And I actually prayed for the Lord to convict her. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because the people that Katie Joy is hurting, and this is not the first time. This is not Katie Joy's first rodeo. She does this all the time. All the time. Oh, I'm always proud. There's so much these days. Nothing to be ashamed of. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, you guys. And people have their kids going back to school. Now, talking about going back to school. The other day when Molly Golightly got a donation or a gift, let's say a gift from Mr. Jackson and Miss Wynette towards her son's supplies or whatever for going back to school. You know what a kind gesture that was? I looked at it as a kind gesture because at the end of the day, that's what I would do. I would feel so indebted if somebody helped me out and was so helpful to me, I would be indebted to them for the rest of my life, period. And if there was an extra $20 that I had, I would have helped. What is so wrong with that? And it just goes to show the mentality Katie Joy and Unirock have, because they immediately looked at it as a payback or a kickback. Who does that? Only a person that's fucked up in their mind and that's miserable and that do not have good intentions would think of. Just my opinion. Blast Molly, blast Justin, blast Letitia. Oh my God. They need to get a fucking life. There are so many things to go after on the internet, but they insist on going after people that are doing good. I wish I had 4,000 to give to Letitia. I would give it to her. I truly would. I'm crying right now. You know, Army Wife, I've been there, I've done that. And listening to Miss Letitia last night on Molly Golightly's live, this woman is paying back. Obviously, when she got the Cash App, when you get money, and I'm assuming, yeah, I have Cash App, but I've never ever like used it in this capacity. Okay. So in the position Miss Letitia's at, and this is just, as I say, common fucking sense, you know, and you've got so many things lined up. Aren't you going to utilize those funds on a, if not a daily basis? And also, when Molly Golightly gave that money for Miss Letitia and them to go have a steak dinner or two, when she was explaining that she does not care where her money goes, she was speaking for herself. But to embellish the story and to fabricate this whole situation, they had to bring it in as, oh no, that's what she's doing with the money. Come on, people. I don't believe everybody's that dumb that follows Katie Joy. I truly don't believe that. But they need to stop. They truly need to stop. Give me something that's where I can't understand. Why they think saying she's broke is a bad thing. It's like, really? It's not an embarrassment to be broke. Shit happens in life. I have 5 kids. I have a life. And every day I can tell you something, you guys. In life, every day, something always comes up. Always. You cannot fear the unknown. So if Katie Joy wants to sit there on a high chair recliner and brag about how she can buy 2 Bentleys and how she is this well-off person and we don't know how much she got in the bank, good for you, Katie Joy. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But how did you manage to make all that money? Because I myself, I would be so like, nah, this is just not right. I can't be making money off somebody else's misery. Absolutely not. Oh, okay, I get stepped off. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't have time for idiots. Totally enjoyed a good life, buddy. Very good to see you. Thinking of myself as totally broke lately, but I'm going to my relations in 2 months. Congratulations. You have 5 kids in a house full of love. You're so rich now. You never. I know, and better with the Irish. Let me tell you something. That's what my kids always say. They say they are rich in love. Always. So you know what? It doesn't take that much energy to just put yourself in the next person's situation. And if you can't afford to give money, pray. Even if you're not a person of, where's the proof of a lawyer? Just would be cool to see. Now, digital zero. Let me explain something to you. Why do you need proof of this attorney? Not your fucking business. Secondly, does Katie Joy give proof of her fucking attorneys? Huh? When she went off on Miss Letitia about having or not having 2 attorneys or whatever, how many fucking attorneys did KJ have when she was being sued by Tati Westbrook? She couldn't even fucking count on her fingers. She had 4 or 5 attorneys. So why do you feel you need the proof that Miss Letitia has a lawyer? Not your business. Absolutely not your business. So you are the one that followed Katie Joy's cue. So that tells me a lot about you, first of all. And secondly, when you gave money, because to me, I'm taking it as you gave money because you want to see the proof of the lawyer. So in turn, next time you do want to donate money to people. Before you donate, tell them, okay, I'm donating, but I want receipts. Because all this explains the exact type of person you are. And you are the type of person I wouldn't want to deal with in my daily life. They say that the teacher scared me and they also doxed a lawyer. Exactly. Exactly. Why? I'd rather be rich in other ways than financially. Good to see you, Miss Serena. Miss Captain Lee, it's so good to see you too. Just like you tell folks, do your own research. Exactly. And it's like, this is a donation, people. Oh, thank you, Christopher Fans, for being here. I appreciate you. Any charity work or any fundraiser or anything, you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You're not here to do it for accolades or notoriety or to be recognized. If you want all that, go do something that you're going to be recognized for. Be a good fucking human. That's all I'm saying. This is bullshit. It's no one's business who or what has a lawyer. Exactly. Thank you so much for your super chat, Wicked Tricks, Mr. Now. Thank you for all the information you share. Your beautiful soul, sending love and blessings to your family. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All the money is not going towards a lawyer. How is Miss Letitia supposed to live in Arizona? Home is in Georgia. Oh my gosh. It's like, it doesn't fucking take a rocket scientist to figure this out. And if Katie Joy was the type of person that would actually step out of her home to go on vacations or do things, maybe she would know all this. Lawyers' fees are somewhat confidential. It's no one's business. She said she has lawyers, and I'm sure at this point she can't talk about anything further. Unbelievable, man. Come on, people. Exactly. Road trips are very expensive, people. The price of gas is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. To fill my gas tank, it takes me $120. It's like, imagine those people, and this is what I always think about. What about the people that cannot afford? I never put myself first. And that's why my husband always tells us now, that's why we'll never be rich. And I'm like, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Because I would always want to see people with a smile on their face, not thinking about how am I going to feed my kids at night or how I'm going to put gas in my tank. It's like, just don't do that. That's all. Just don't do that. If you don't like Molly, don't watch Molly. If you don't like Justice for All, don't watch him. We all have free will. Just don't. Gas is twice as expensive in the UK. Seriously? Wow. That's how I know it's not real people that we're around and instead just trolls asking for refunds. Exactly. Because all they want to do is follow Katie Joy's cue. And why would you want to follow the cue of somebody that just doesn't even have her own shit together? Just my opinion. You guys, you want to talk about this? Let me see. I'm going to put the link if anybody else has anything to say that I've missed. I'm going to drop the link. Please feel free. And we can talk about it because this is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Katie never leaves her house. She never does anything for her son. She never spends money on anything but herself. She has no idea how much driving across the country. No, what fascinates Katie Joy? This is what fascinates Katie Joy. As a new faucet, how it changes color. And she is so out of tune with herself because when people were bringing up the factors like a faucet, you getting excited about a faucet? Then the husband had to chime in and say, oh, no, 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 this is for our son. I truly can't, you guys. So if there's anybody that would like to come and join, feel free. Hello, everybody else that I miss it hard to remember. Yeah, it is very hard. Katie doesn't spend the money, she just sits on it. No, she can't spend the money because she doesn't know who else, in my opinion, is gonna sue her. I think KJ does not want to leave a house. People might go up to her to ask. And that's true. That is absolutely true. So yeah, that's all I got for today, you guys. I just wanted to address this Unirock person. I donate to St. Jude, but I don't call them. Hi, beautiful lady.
Hi, Renelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Where have you been today, you guys? I just wanted to address this Unirock person.
That's for sure.
I donate to St. Jude,
Hello,
but I don't
Nikki.
call them. Wait, why am I getting an echo?
Oh,
Has
someone's
somebody
got
got
their
reached
volume
in the
on.
background?
Hi, Renelle. How are you?
Good. Where have you been?
Me too.
I just wanted to address this. I've got nothing in my background. Does anybody else have anything in their background?
I can hear echo. Somebody has.
Has
Someone's
somebody
got
got
their
reached
volume
in the
on.
background?
Hi, Renelle. How are you?
Here we go. Okay. It's still there. Miss Alberta, do you have something going on in your background?
No, I just got the camera off. I'm not looking too hot today.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Joe, do you have
it's still
anything in the
echoing.
background? It's still there.
Hi, Nikki.
Miss Alberta, do you have something going on in your background?
No, I just got the camera off. I'm not.
Okay, still there. Joe, can you go out and come back in? That's fine.
I have nothing on the background.
Joe, do you have anything in the background? Or is it me? Let me mute myself. Miss Alberta, do you have something going on in the background?
No, I just got the camera off. I'm not.
Okay, still there. Joe, can you go?
That's weird.
Pardon?
Nikki, help me out here, Nikki. What is going on? Or is it me?
Maybe we'll just all go out and come back in.
Okay.
We'll try that.
I'll leave.
Oh no, everybody left. Okay, let me put the link back in. And now, hi, Miss Alberta.
How are you?
Good. Okay, we perfect. Hi, Jill.
I'm Jill.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Renelle?
Good. So, what's going on, ladies? So good to see you face to face.
Yeah, I
And
know.
now, hi, Miss Alberta.
Sorry, I'm not showing my face. I'm
Good.
just a
Okay,
hot
we
mess
have
this morning.
Hi, Jill. Okay.
I'm Jill. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Renelle?
Good. So,
Yay, no more
Hi,
echo.
Nikki.
Hi.
Face.
Yeah, I
And
know.
now, hi, Miss Alberta.
You know what? It was probably me.
My face. I'm just a hot mess this morning.
Hi, Jill. Okay.
I'm Jill. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing,
Oh
Renelle?
my god, I think it's me.
Nikki, can you still hear that echo?
Yes, I think it's me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what I'm
You know
doing.
what?
It was probably me.
Nikki, mute your screen. Actually, go onto the screen of the video and mute it. That might help.
I did. I just took it right off.
Can you still hear
Oh,
that
it's
echo?
gotta be me. Yes, I think it's me. Bad luck.
You know what? It was probably
Okay, I'll just get out of here because
Nikki,
it's
mute
super
your
annoying.
screen.
Nikki, is it you?
No, it's still going on. That might help.
I did. I just took it right off.
Is your screen muted,
I think it's me.
ladies?
Bad luck.
Your whole system's muted, Renelle.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to my baby girl, so that's why I'm muted for a
Oh,
second. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, now we don't have an echo, right?
yeah. No, now it's gone.
Okay. I think it was Nikki.
Your whole system's muted, Renelle.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to my baby girl, so that's why I'm muted for a
Oh,
second. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, am I delayed here? Okay, now we don't have an echo, right?
yeah. No, there might be a little bit of a delay.
There's a delay.
Yeah. Nikki.
Your whole system's muted, Renelle.
No, there's something wrong. You guys, let me try to fix this.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Can
gonna
of
mute
it.
myself. I'm just gonna mute myself.
There might be a little bit of a delay.
There's a
Yeah,
delay.
yeah. No, there's something wrong. You guys, let me try to fix this.
Okay.
I'm just
Can
gonna
of
mute
it.
myself. I'm just gonna mute myself.
There might be a little bit of a delay.
There's a
Yeah,
delay.
yeah. Here we go. Alberto, are you still there? Alberto, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, let's see if we still get a delay when echo. But
Can
I
you
think
hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can everybody else? Okay, maybe we should do it one at a time. Let's rather be safe than sorry. um,
The wonders of technology.
I know.
Not.
Okay, so do you have anything to? This
I
is just go ahead.
I am so sick of KJ harming people for absolutely nothing. All she did was get involved with this story to try to make money, and in turn, she is destroying this family.
Hmm.
And there is absolutely no cause for it. I mean, who goes? Well, mind you, I've had my GoFundMe blown up a couple years ago by a so-called friend, so I've been there, and I
Right.
feel what Miss Letitia's going through, and it's breaking my absolute heart, like just devastating what's going on to her
And how can
and
it
her
not?
family.
How can it not?
I don't get how YouTube and other social media platforms are allowing KJ to harm this family the way she is. How she's allowed to harm anyone the way she does. It's so wrong on every level.
And this is my thing, and this goes for everybody. It's like, can't we just focus on MARVON doing what his parents would like to do for him and deal with if anything comes out afterwards? Deal with it then.
See,
Because
that's what a
MARVON
normal...
McClay is the number one priority right now.
Exactly, and that's the number one issue is MARVON. It's not Katie Joy getting money in her pocket. It's not Tom, Dick, and Harry on the other interwebs getting money in their pocket. It's this young man who's in a coma, who Katie Joy has decided needs to be destroyed for whatever reason. And the fact that all these platforms are allowing it is absolutely despicable.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Katie Joy is not a stupid person. She knows
Far
how
from
far
it.
to take it, and she knows where to go with this. So as long as Katie Joy is inciting negativity, doubt, she's good. She just needs to get get that doubt in people's mind. That's,
Yeah.
I think, what she is doing. She just wants to put that small speck of doubt so people can. This is ridiculous. These bots got nothing else to do with themselves.
As soon as she's mentioned, those bots come into most chats, I'm finding.
You know what? And that's fine, because all these bots are is just taking up for Katie Joy. That's about
Yep.
it. So you can do what you want to do, but you're not going to push me off. Nobody is going to do anything. I'm going to keep calling Katie Joy out. Because as far as Katie Joy goes, everybody else is wrong except her.
And that's the disgusting part. And the fact that all these companies are permitting it. The fact that KJ is going after people's, like contacting people's workplaces of all places, just to
Unbelievable.
harass this poor family. I mean, how dare she?
And also, Miss Alberta, can I let you go and bring on Miss Nikki? So I
Yep.
can just give everybody a fair chance if you don't
problem.
mind. I appreciate you. I truly
Yeah.
do.
Take care.
You too, Miss Alberta. Bye-bye. Nikki, you can come up if you want, but here goes. This is what I'm going to say. In reference to Molly Golightly, okay? Like I've said to you guys, we all have free will. You can do what you want to do. You can follow who you want to follow. But in reference to Molly Golightly, okay? It's you. It's you, Nikki.
Oh my, I figured.
You can follow who you want to follow.
All right, I give up.
I am so sorry. I appreciate you. I am so sorry.
Oh,
Has it gone?
yep. I forgot to mute this time. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Luke,
Okay, we're good now.
I wanted to ask you something because
Yes,
on
ma'am.
Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to do a live stream, and I've posted on my community tab for any creator who wants to join me. I want to have an all creator shindig. I think we should all get together. I think it would be amazing for whoever shows up. There's a couple of people that are new. They're new creators to talk about KJ and just hang out because we never do that.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. I have to, because I don't know what, as I said, I take weekends off, and for most of the time, but I will definitely get back to you on that. I promise
that
you
would
I
be
will.
cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Also, yeah, I'm fed up with KJ. I don't even know what to do with myself anymore. I'm so angry and so upset at her, especially for Miss Letitia. It's breaking my heart to hear her cry. It's breaking my heart that she has to go through all this. And it's all because of KJ. Again, it's always fucking KJ. I'm just sorry. I'm just so angry at her. I really am. Like, I want it all
You
to
know
stop.
what? And this is what I've learned now through this process, Nikki. I'm not even going to lie to you because, I am the type of person, I get emotional for stuff like this. And I even got called out the other day by somebody for, what am I crying for? Stop crying and making these videos. Is like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
But if you're human, you're human,
Yeah.
And the most important thing now is for us to all compose ourselves, speak the truth,
Yes.
and always follow up Katie Joy with her bullshit with the truth.
Yes.
That is what I will be doing. I can't be accountable for anybody else but myself.
Yep.
This woman has been going on, and I've been keeping a tab since July 16th. July 16th.
Oh my.
She has been picking on Molly Golightly.
Yes.
Every fucking day. Not just every second day, it's every day. But with the type of person, this is just my opinion. You see, with the type of person like Katie Joy.
Yeah.
Once Katie Joy has been called out, she got found out for the ways that she has.
Yes.
And especially by Molly, a person that's very colorful, has no filter. That's who
I
she
love
is.
her.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's who she is. People need to get over it. Okay.
Yes, they do.
Katie Joy cannot handle it.
Nope. I agree.
Every single time, who has time in the day? And Katie Joy can scream this from the highest rooftops every single day that she doesn't watch these people. She watches them. She watches them. So who has time in the day to sit through, even if you're going at 2.5 speed or whatever speed, to sit through, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Molly Golightly streams from between an hour to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Justin streams between an hour to 3 hours. Or even LB streams. That's a lot of hours to go through to actually
Yes.
nitpick and see, okay, which clip am I going to use? Or how is she talking about me today? Who has that time?
That's
I
the thing,
don't.
especially being a parent with special needs. I don't understand that. Even my lives have been really long lately, like 4 hours. And I don't mean to make them that long, but when I get everybody, when you're talking and you're having a good time, they tend to go long. I love going live.
Thank you, Sid, for your super chats. I appreciate you. Go ahead,
She's
Nikki.
so
Sorry.
sweet. I don't understand how she can go live that long. I really don't. And I don't know. Have you noticed that every time that she goes live, Todd I think he purposely makes noise in the background, almost to say, like, come on, it's enough now. Get off. You've been on all day.
Once again, I'm going to say this. Todd needs to get his balls back.
Yes, 100%.
That's all I'm saying. And for her, I always said there's a difference between there's 4 different Katie Joys, okay? There's a YouTube Katie Joy, there's Instagram Katie Joy, there's Facebook Katie Joy, and just Katie Joy herself.
Yeah.
So today I am going to make a post about now how she followed in the footsteps or took a page out of Andrea McRae's book about this whole Facebook situation, because now she's like this perfect person on Facebook, the victim on Facebook.
Yes, it's sickening. It's
like,
sickening.
wow.
I
It's like
think
Katie
that
Joy.
people are. I think people are now realizing, especially with all these channels coming out, they're realizing what and who she is. And, she may get some new following in different people on Facebooks for now, but as well as I do, that's not going to last at all. She's the type of person, she's narcissistic in my opinion, and she's not going to make it. I really don't think so. I think her time is done.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Becca. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
So good to see you.
I love your coverage of KJ.
Oh, I appreciate you.
I'm a mom with a child with a severe disability, and she's now 25. And I can say, from a mom who sits there as much time as she does on social media bashing other people, I can only imagine. I can't even imagine. Like, you're sitting there bashing people all day long, making up rumors, spreading false information, going after people for donations that she has no business even needing to know. Like, there's nothing she needs to know about that. What is she teaching that kid?
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. I spent 25 years taking care of my daughter. I'm still taking care of her. And I just cannot imagine how miserable of a person she is to be sitting on that computer all day. I feel for Miss Letitia. I can't imagine how her world imploded, whether she raised him or not. I'm a mom. My oldest daughter has me raising my granddaughter from birth, and I cannot imagine how she felt when she had to make that choice, and I cannot imagine how she feels when her daughter, when we've had those scary situations, with, I just can't imagine, and this infuriates me. It's really sad that she's not getting a clue. She's also a reason why I stay off of social media as much as I can. She literally scares the hell out of me that you speak about her or you speak about anything she speaks on. And
sorry to cut you short, Miss Becca, and this is what I want to tell people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Katie Joy has this thing of putting the fear in people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would highly, highly encourage people, don't give her that.
Yes, please.
Do not let her put the fear in you.
Don't let her
win.
What
can she do? What can she do?
Yeah.
There's what Katie Joy can do, but send her attorneys to give you a letter or what? No.
I don't think it'd have pull where I live, but I mean, send away.
Don't let her put the fear in you. Look at who you're dealing with. This is a person that has the biggest mouth behind a computer.
Yes.
That's true. Very true.
That's all it is. She can come at you with attorneys and legal action. Fuck that. We'll deal with that when it comes, or I will deal with that when it comes.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't shit.
Yes.
She's
I
not.
am sick
She
and
just uses scare
tired.
tactics.
I just never seen, like, I watch a lot of YouTube. I mean, I work from home. I raise kids, you know, so I always have YouTube on, and I've never seen somebody so hateful. I like, listen, I understand she's got, I won't disbelieve her about her son. You know, I'll always have that in the back of my mind, because who would make stuff up like that? I mean, there are people, and I know what I've been through as a mom and what I still go through. And it's just like, my kid needs me, or I hear, like, I've just seen videos of her, like, her kids yelling, and I would just stop everything to go tend to my kid. You know, like,
Yeah, exactly.
25, and if she still says, Mom, I will go to her. You know, she's independent, but, you know, we're going through another scare with her, and that's the reality of life. And I just don't see her. I don't understand it. I really, really do not understand how she can just ignore her son, but criticize others for what they're doing.
It makes no sense.
Exactly. It makes no sense at all.
Like,
But my
it's crazy.
plea to people is, please don't let her put fear in you. No, don't do that.
No, listen to her now. Don't, because you know what? If even not only creators but subscribers or members of anyone's channel, don't. The more people back down from Katie Joy, you know how powerful that would make someone feel? Like, ha, I got the scare tactics, and all I have to do is open my mouth. I scare all these little ants away, and I win every single time. Well, I agree with Renelle and say, fuck that. She's done winning. I will not stop.
Yeah.
You know, let's just take what she's doing to Molly Golightly.
Oh,
she is poking the bear. Okay.
yes.
Oh yeah.
She is trying her darndest to try and intimidate Molly.
Yeah.
She did that the other day when I made the video yesterday with Cece Suarez.
Yeah.
She tried to intimidate Cece Suarez.
She did.
Yeah.
Pick it on the wrong person.
But look at
Cece doesn't care.
Yeah, but look at her tactics.
Mhm.
What's the first fucking thing she comes with?
She tries to scare her.
My attorney.
My attorney. Right.
It's like, boom. We all can get attorneys.
Yeah.
But Katie Joy is not going to go all the way because she is up to her neck in financial legal fees.
Yes. She's got
Who
lawsuits.
would want to at this point? Because all the money you're making is going to, the way I see it, and this is just my opinion, to legal fees.
Well, and that was the other thing. Is like, coming from, again, like, my daughter was born with a disease called cystinosis, and it's not financially cheap. And listen, I'm in Canada, and I have healthcare coverage,
So am I.
but it doesn't cover everything. And
Nope.
and when she needed a new kidney at 15, oh my
wow.
God, I could not
Oh, wow.
imagine the economic. It was unreal, the cost.
Oh,
I could not
Wow.
imagine having legal fees on top of a medical, you know what I mean? Like, just looking at the entire scope of everything, you know, I have coverage. I was lucky. It still was expensive, but I had coverage. In the US at that point, like, what coverage does she have for her child? So every penny you make should be not going into legal fees. It needs to be going towards your child.
She has Medicare for her son.
yeah, Medicaid, I think it's called.
No,
And
Medicaid
that
for
is
welfare.
wonderful.
Okay.
That is wonderful.
It is
We are not
wonderful.
taking away, because everybody deserves that. Every child that's in need deserves that.
Yes.
And I even said the other day, if something, God forbid, had to happen to Katie Joy's son, fuck that. I'm there first to donate. That's just who I am. Because he is not a thing of his mother. You know? But one thing I am going to say, and I emphasize, and Cece has shown this, and a lot of other people have shown this. What's her name? God, I'm even running out of. My brain is fried today. EKC people suck. Don't show fear. Do not do that. If you feel you are standing on the truth, continue to stand on the truth. Because for this woman to make me cry,
yeah, that was
the
heartbreaking.
sadness
Oh,
of
that heart-wrenching.
for the sadness of another mother, I don't give a fuck what she did them years ago. We in the now. We are in the now. If that was my child, I would be going through hell and high water. So why can't we give that same energy to Miss Letitia or Mr. Jackson? What the fuck has their past got to do with anything right now? You know why Katie Joy put that out there? To make them look like these bad people. But
That's
who's the worst person going right now, in my opinion? Katie Joy. For her to have done something like that.
Renelle, can I read what EKPC people wrote about Katie? Because her description was pretty much.
No, wait, hold on. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Renelle. How are you?
How
Yeah,
are
that's
you?
right. I don't think I've ever been here before. This is new to me.
No, you have been here before.
Yeah,
How
you've been on
are
mine,
you?
but
Yeah, you
I've
have.
seen you on
You're
everybody
on with
else's
me.
lives.
yeah, I usually get around. Whatever. I'm gonna be on Nikki's in about what, I don't know, 45 minutes. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki's going live in 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing a
I need
tutorial
to.
on OBS for people that want to learn how to stream.
Oh, I'm there. Hold on, I'm there. I need to.
Right?
A lot of people are like,
we use
"Can you show us how to
we use
stream?"
StreamYard, and I want to try something better.
Yeah.
And you know, this is before you read it, Steve. I just wanted to give my pleasantries first, but I don't have the time. When I do a voiceover, I'm literally like, when I have 5 or 10 minutes to spare, I'm doing this, and then I go back to what I need to do. So, Katie Joy, nobody does this as a hobby, boo. Nobody.
You know?
And you see me, I don't need this to do this. This is not my livelihood. If this goes bye-bye tomorrow, Katie Joy, I'm good. But I can't say the same for you, boo. Cannot say the same for you. Because if you had the best interest of your family, you'd have left this a long time ago and gone back into the real world.
That's the
But you
thing
see
that
what
upsets me the
greed
most
does?
as a mother.
Greed is a funny thing.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not on much. I'm working now, and so I mean my time is limited. I have about 2 days to stream at most a week, if that. So.
And another
I'm
thing
on
I'll say,
vacation right now.
whatever I say on I don't have a problem telling anybody this to their face. I don't have a problem. Unlike Katie Joy. But go ahead, Steve.
Let me share this to me, because people can read along with it. So can you add? I think you might have to add that to the stream. Okay, so EKC people wrote this, and I swear I think she must be psychic. This is the most apt description of Katie that I've ever seen in my entire life. She absolutely nailed it to what Katie Joy does, and I want to get your opinion and the live chat's opinion of how spot on this statement actually is. So she wrote, quote, "She finds a situation she wants to exploit. She circles it, testing the perimeter with her foot, looking for a weak spot. The more resistance at first means the more angry she gets. Once she finds a weakness, she shoves her foot through it, takes hold, worms her way through the barricade. Then once inside, she quietly drops a grenade and then runs her the fuck away. She watches it to it blow up, then races back to pick up all the pieces like a vulture, so she can put it back together the way she wants it to be. She then proclaims herself to be the savior of those who perished in the explosion, because without her, they would be hated and forgotten. They also be in one piece, but it's their own damn fault for giving Katie resistance to begin with. You can substitute the word situation for any person, place, thing, or relationship, and the entire pattern will remain the same." I mean, how more apropos can you possibly freaking be?
First of all, can we have a round of applause for EKC?
Absolutely.
There we go.
I am just in awe. I have never seen something more spot on.
It was perfect. Yeah, she's 100%.
100% perfect.
I wish I wrote this. I'm actually envious. Holy crap! Damn it, Aaron.
Awesome.
It is.
No, yeah. And I was telling my dad today, because I was running this past him and asked him, I said, something wrong with me? Why am I seeing it this way, and all these people that are following in her footsteps, like completely oblivious? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's like a little child, that stands behind like a wall or some kind of barricade and keeps throwing stones.
Yeah, actually.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable! But you know
those
what?
Damn sex bots are here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
One thing I want to say, there's something that I saw, and wait, where's that comment? But somebody made a comment that she needs to be. Oh gosh. Basically, everybody needs to a reporter. No, don't do that, people. What we're not going to do is give Katie Joy the excuses to play the victim. No.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let things play out the way they should play out
That's
with
exactly
evil
how I
people
feel
like
too.
this.
Just let
Keep
it.
on.
She's gonna get karma big time.
Keep on exposing her
Mhm.
lies. If there is video evidence, if there is a Facebook post or whatever that can prove her falsities, make a video, do that.
Mhm.
But do not give her the satisfaction of, oh,
No,
look what
because
they're
then
doing
she
to me.
wins.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. She waits for people to say things without proper sufficient citation and evidence. She waits for that because she feeds off that. She has to have persecution porn. It's your go-to
Yeah.
thing. And so
Yes.
anything that people does, anything that they do to go after Katie, and I've seen this in the anti-Katie Joy community. This is one of the reasons I had very little to do with that community, because I saw them do this.
Yeah.
They would throw things out there to see what sticks, just like she does. And I'm like, that's you're basically doing the same thing she's doing. How are you any better? Make sure you have facts. If you want to go after Katie for what she does, use her own words. Like I had on my channel the other day, I showed exactly what she said. She put out the other day that, and I think it was number 5 in the list of things that she had said were all facts. And she said that somebody had said that she was an existential threat to humanity. Quote, those are her words. Well, that somebody was me, but I didn't say that. What I said was she was right. What I said was, quote, she was an existential threat to content creators for misusing and abusing the DMCA system. Not the same thing. I was talking about their channels, right? An existential threat to creators' channels. And she, in her false TRO against me that she tried to get to silence me, she actually put in the affidavit that I had said she was an existential threat to humanity. She actually said that. I have the screenshot of what I actually said. They're not the same things. And I have the facts to back it up because I keep records. But that's what you have to do to expose Katie. We have to say, oh, look, this is what Katie says, and here's the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But since you are here, please correct.
There's
two
more
things
people
for me.
that wanted to come up, Brunel, so I'll jump down.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump
I'll
down.
jump down too.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brunel.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank
for
you,
having me
guys.
on.
I appreciate
Love
you. Please
you.
have a wonderful evening.
Aw.
Steve,
too.
wait before you go,
Oh,
please.
sure.
I need you to verify 2 things.
Sure.
So you were the one that actually organized the fundraiser for LB, right?
Yes. So the story on that is that LB was in a live chat. I believe it was on Instagram, and I just out of the blue. I mean, this was really spontaneous. I was like, I think that I'm going to ask her if I can organize a fundraiser for her and have her come on and just donate super chats, right? It was two things. I thought, one, it would help her kids out, and 2, it'd piss off Katie. So I mean, beneficial all around. And so yeah, I completely came up with that on my own. Leslie had no knowledge of it beforehand or anything like that. She knew nothing about it. So when Katie came out and said, oh, they had to do, Leslie was doing this for her truck or this other shit, that's all bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Okay.
So yes, I solely came up with that idea, and within 15 minutes we had it going, or so 15-20 minutes.
Question number 2. Okay, first of all, guys, if you want to come up, feel free. And question number 2, as I said, I was talking about Unirock earlier on. And
Unirock.
Yeah.
Who?
Your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Steve.
It's Unijoy now again. They're back together. The happy couple's back together.
Don't tell Toad
did
that.
you? How's things going with your lawsuit?
I'm going to be talking about that soon. Not quite yet, but
so okay. Let me ask you this. So you are moving. You are moving forward.
Like I said, I'm going to be talking about.
Oh no, let me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go into any details. There are specific reasons, but I will say that I have been contacted by other attorneys and other lawsuits.
Yeah.
So that's
with the artist.
That's all I'm going to say about that right now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But I'll do what I'll do what I always do. You know how I always say, if people have questions, DM me directly. By all means.
Yeah.
And like you DM me the other day, you asked me a question, I give you an answer. I have a rule: if you're an honest interlocutor with an honest question, you'll get an honest answer. So if you want to know, people can DM me directly. But there's a certain thing publicly I'm not going to be talking about yet. Okay.
I appreciate you, Steve.
I love
Have a
you.
good one.
Yep.
You too. Bye bye. Hi, Miss Betty with the Irish. How are you? Is she muted or what?
Irish? You there?
I am. Is there an echo? I'm hearing an echo.
You hearing? No, we good. We can hear you perfectly.
Excuse me, I'm in my pajamas.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm in my pajamas 24/7.
I just wanted to say a few things about, I know with the KJ and everybody with the Munchausen by proxy stuff?
Sure, go ahead. Before, hold on, Miss Lena. I mean, Miss Bits with the Irish. Lena, I actually will put the link in again. Please feel free to come up. I just saw your request. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, Bits with the Irish. Sorry.
She's muted.
Is she muted? Or did I mute her?
Yeah.
No, she muted herself.
Okay. You're muted, Irish.
Is
There
that
you go.
better?
There we go. Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you now.
Okay. The Munchausen by proxy stuff. I had worked pediatric for years, and we had to deal with somebody that we were pretty sure had it. It is so hard to prove. I had to make sure that there were multiple people with the mother at all times. We couldn't let anybody be there alone. We monitored her as much as we could. Documentation.
Oh,
And
definitely.
if she decided to, jump ship to another doctor, there's nothing you can do. And to throw those accusations around, it's just not, for me, it's just not cool, because there's so many
you're
things.
you're 100% right. I never ever did believe that she had that. I firmly believe that Katie Joy will always use her son as an excuse to garner sympathy, to garner attention. People must always feel bad for her. It's like, grow the fuck up. That's all.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, like that episode with her son having like that super crazy headache.
That was
And
sad.
it was because of a shunt was broken.
That was real
And she didn't pay
sad.
attention for like how many days?
3 days.
That made me mad.
That's sad, because she should know those effects, that a headache like that, there's something wrong.
Yeah. I have a shunt. When it's broken, I know.
It's
Nana
just,
said,
I don't know.
she reported her to Pacey. No, let me say
Good job.
this. No. Do you think Pace is really going to do anything? Imagine the money they're getting off of her. Don't you have to pay for copies of stuff off of Pacer? Or I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's like per page or whatever.
So can you imagine how much money they're making from KJ off of Pace?
Yeah, but how she interprets things is not how like Emily Baker does or anything like that. And actually giving us the truth. And that's the hardest, is that we don't really hear a lot of truth out of KJ. It's all just the fantastical words of hers kind of thing.
But what I'm saying is that for what she does to the McRae family or his parents, it's just wrong. Absolutely wrong.
When I heard Letitia cry and when I heard like you upset, I was just like, I'm a mom of a young, like almost 20-month-old with high needs disabilities and will probably need a heart transplant by 12. And it's like, don't get me started. I'm glad I'm in Canada, but still don't get me started.
Yeah. It's like unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I as I said, she just doesn't look like she's gonna stop with Miss Letitia. Doesn't look like it.
No.
But
she's gonna keep picking people off.
And now she's, in my opinion, recruited people to pick this up. Like the follower that he is, Unirock. It's like,
Unirock and the Unifam, as Aaron calls it.
Go do your due diligence first. Come back with receipts. Come back with proof. Come back and make it solid that this is a fraud. Because people don't realize that one day they could be in the situation. Yeah. And then what? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Hi, Miss Lena. How are you? Can you hear us, Miss Lena? I don't think Miss Lena. Miss Lena, you muted. Okay, you can hear the kiddos in the background.
Yeah.
You should have to get Sue to stop just like with everyone else.
Sorry about that. My son just came in screaming from karate.
That's fine. That is fine. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry about that.
You're fine.
I don't usually do this, so I apologize.
No, there's nothing to apologize for. Absolutely nothing.
There we go.
All new at this.
This is my first time ever up, so.
This is my first time, so please, I should probably turn my screen off, but whatever. Thank you, Renelle, so much for inviting me up. I've commented many times on your videos. You're one of my favorite YouTubers with the, KJ stuff, but
I appreciate you.
I started watching KJ, I think around the pandemic time, because she was kind of entertaining with the Duggar stuff and whatnot. And then she just turned into a shit show. I kind of connected with her a little bit because of her son having special needs. But then she just took it to a whole nother level. So I have a 9.5-year-old. He has Down syndrome. His name is Gabriel.
Oh,
and
That's a nice name.
yeah, thank you. He was due Christmas Day. And it's funny because as soon as I saw the line on the pregnancy test turn pink, he was going to be named Gabriel if he was a boy and Natalie if he was a girl.
Oh.
And then I found out that he was due Christmas Day, and it was like it was meant to be. It was like it was meant to be, Natalie if it was a girl and Gabriel if it was a boy. So it was just like fate. But anyway, so I just hear her talk about her son constantly, and just the things that she says about his birthday and how she mourns his birthday.
And Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day.
That makes me sick as a mother.
When she went on the panel and talked about her son being able to murder somebody, can I tell you quickly just a little my birth story just quickly if you have time?
Absolutely, go ahead. That's what we have to listen.
So I became pregnant late. I had my first son at 36, and I was on and off with my now husband for 7 years, and he's actually 7 years younger than I am. I was on birth control for 17 years, and I was going to go for an IUD, and I had stopped taking my pill for 2 weeks. And I had never been off birth control before. Mm-hmm. And the weekend before my IUD, I had felt funny. So I took a pregnancy test, and it came back positive. And so I had just cried for joy. I had never thought I was going to have kids or anything like that. So it was just like a miracle. And my husband, when he found that day, my now husband, he moved into my apartment and he never left. So a 7-year on and off relationship just turned into marriage. But anyway, at my 11-week appointment, they do blood, and they do first they just do blood, and I had a 1 in 2 chance. It came back that I had a 1 in 2 chance of my son having trisomy 21, which is Down syndrome, and a 1 in 80 chance of my son having trisomy 18, which babies don't usually survive for a few hours up to a year, and they don't usually survive after that. So the doctor had asked me, she said, well, let's talk about your choices. And I said, there is no choice. I'm going to have my baby. If I hold him forever, or if I hold him for a couple of hours, I'm going to have my baby. And so she just kind of looked at me funny, and she said, oh, okay, well, let's have us a healthy baby. And that was the end of the discussion. And so she said, well, in a couple of weeks we can have the CVS or the amnio. And I said, no, I don't want to have a risk of miscarriage. We'll just find out at birth.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, well, okay. She was kind of taken aback because most people would want to know, especially with a 1 in 2 chance of DS, 50-50 chance. And so anyway, we're puttering on, and I kind of put it in the back of my head, even though 1 in 2 chance is kind of hard, but whatever. And so we do all the, the 18-week sonogram, and it came back with a couple of soft markers, and it didn't really show much. And then at about 19 weeks, they had that new, it's a fetal DNA test where they can take the mother's blood and find fetal DNA. And it wasn't approved by the FDA back then. That was in 2012. And so I paid $2,000 out of pocket just to get it done. So the doctor didn't want to do it at first because she thought because the test was so new with a 50-50 chance it would be too close to call. But then after about a week, she consulted with the doctors in her firm, and she's like, yeah, okay, let's take the test. And so it came back positive for Down syndrome. And at first I was just like shocked. Had so many emotions. I was happy my kid wasn't going to die. I was shocked that I had a kid with Down syndrome, and kind of sad that I didn't have a typical, kid. But then I just, took it I joined the Massachusetts Down Syndrome Congress. I live in New Hampshire now, but I joined the
New Hampshire too.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
So I joined the Mass Down Syndrome Congress. I met with parents of kids with DS. I went on YouTube. I researched. I met with the top geneticist at Mass General Hospital. I did everything. I did everything. But I didn't know, because at first I didn't know if my kid was going to be born alive. I didn't know if he was going to be born dead. I didn't know if I was going to hold him for a few hours. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And when I hear Katie talk, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart like you don't understand, because I didn't know if I was going to know. I was going to find out when I had him. I was grateful and gracious and so lucky to find out before birth, and had the time to research and read and meet the most wonderful parents and babies and know what I was getting myself into. But I didn't know that was going to be the case at first. And it just, what if Katie, it makes me wonder, what would she have done in my situation? And I know I shouldn't go there. I really know I shouldn't go there. But she's just such an evil person. I just don't know what she would do in my situation.
Who cares what she thinks? It's just going to give you anxiety.
I know. It really does. It's like, it does give me anxiety, and I shouldn't go there. But if that test wasn't available, or what, would she kill a baby just because of Down syndrome? It drives me insane to think about it. And my kid is so awesome. It's not, people think that Down syndrome is like on a spectrum, but it's not. My kid, he doesn't shut up. He just it's like, Gabriel, you can talk to yourself sometimes, you don't have to always call for mom. He's so independent. He's going into 4th grade. He's just like the best kid ever. And his little brother wouldn't know what to do without him. And it's just, I know I'm just rambling on.
Intellectual disabilities for a while. And let me tell you, basically, I found them jobs. I integrated them in the community. You're not supposed to have any more than 3 of them at a time with you, because you're not supposed to look like a group. You're supposed to look like, everybody else. We'd go shopping. And I tell you what, that job was like hanging out with my best friends. it was people from various degrees of autism, Down syndrome, Fragile X syndrome, you name it, cerebral palsy. And it was so fun. And it was literally hanging out with my friends. They were the greatest people. And I'll tell you what, they're probably some of the most real people you'll ever meet. So I can't understand how anybody could say that they hate that birthday or Mother's Day or something like that. It just, no, I can't.
It's just, I just don't know how somebody can be so evil to a child. Exactly. Never mind their own child. Never mind their own child. It just boggles my mind.
You know, we can all sit here and if you don't have a heart, you would find nothing wrong with what KJ is doing. Absolutely nothing. Lena, I have my cousin. He also has Down syndrome. He's probably in his late 30s now, and he lives a normal life. So
I'm sure, Renelle, I'm sure he's just a joy to you.
He is absolutely wonderful. He's still in South Africa, but he lives a normal life, you know? So we can all sit here and, how can I even say this? Each person is accountable for themselves. What Katie Joy does and how she acts are so, sorry for my language, fucked up. It makes you sit there and wonder, but how? Why?
I just pray that her son won't find what she said on the internet someday.
Yeah, it's inevitable. He is going to find it.
I know. That's what scares me the most.
To find it.
You know, she's dirty and nasty.
That's the road she's going to have to go down. That's the answer
knowing
she's
that
going to have to come
he probably will find it.
And like I said, you guys, you know, we can only do what's good for us.
Yeah.
As long as we're doing what's good for our families and doing what's good for ourselves. And that's why I feel I can come up here and judge her and call out the bullshit that she's doing. You know, my kids range from 12 to 25. I still have 3 of them in school. Do you know that my kids still come home straight after school? They come home and take a nap.
Yeah.
They will come home and take a nap, get up at 6 o'clock. They automatically just wake up at 6 o'clock and then have dinner, do their homework, interact with each other. But that's me. My first priority are my kids, whether they're 12 years old or whether they're 25 years old.
Exactly.
See, my kids are all grown. I'm an empty nester. And, you know, you think, oh, it's going to be great when I'm an empty nester. I don't have to worry about it No, I hate it.
Whereas I have a just almost 20-month-old.
Oh, Joe.
I just
I wish you well while they're running around.
To hear people, you know, like Katie not spending time, and I don't get to spend time as much as I want to because my kids are far away now. You know, it's just so frustrating.
And you know, the other thing is that when she, you know, you hear her son in the background, you know, having a good time with his dad. Now, me as a person, I feel like, oh, what is going on? What fun am I missing out on? I will drop everything and just go, you know, to see what I'm missing out on. Why is everybody having such a good laugh and being so, you know, loud? And then the other night I was watching Tia Simone's live and I was catching up on it because I missed it. And you had a little boys in the background. And
I love that.
I just had goosebumps, you know, and it's like, oh, they're so sweet. What are they up to, you know?
I'll listen to her lives just to hear that. I love it.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Like, at the end of the day, like I say, you guys, you know, if you have that maternal instinct, it's there. But if you don't have it, there's nothing anybody can do. And Katie Joy, in my opinion, doesn't have that maternal instinct.
No, she absolutely doesn't. Some people just don't have it, and she absolutely doesn't. And it's very obvious. It's clear to everybody who watches her. It's just, it's not there. You can see that it's not there. Anytime she interacts with her son, it's not there. It's just not there. It's just plain as day. But I have it, and my kids just got home from karate, so I'm gonna go spend some time with them. Thank you so much, Renelle, for having
Lena.
me.
You have a fantastic rest of your evening. Give those little
Thank
kiddos
you.
a big hug for us.
I will. Thank you so very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Have a great day,
Anytime.
Lena.
You guys, I'm
Bye-bye.
also
Thank
gonna
you.
head out. I've got quite a few things to do before my kiddos get up.
Yep, no problem.
And yeah, that's about it for today. But please, you guys, don't go real life on KJ.
No,
everything
and
will.
KJ's people, or well, I can't say KJ's people. I don't know who, but Letitia was talking last night about people. There were hundreds of people that called the attorney's office and demanded to know if the attorney was working for Letitia and how much Letitia paid. I mean, who does that? That's ridiculous. What idiot does that?
Yeah. But as I say, once again, you guys, we can only be accountable for ourselves. So do not go after Katie Joy. Don't go real life on her. Every road does have an end. Trust me, it does have an end. You can keep going. And I'm a person of faith. When the Lord sees that you feel you got everything under control, He's going to let you go ahead and keep going until you're going to hit that brick wall. And then He's going to wait for you to say, you know what, I surrender, take over. He's waiting for that. But all I'm saying, you guys, don't go real life on her. I will continue putting out the truth and calling out her bullshit. But please do not. And as for Molly Golightly, Justice for All, LB, if you don't like them, don't watch them. It's as easy as that. Nobody's going to change to suit the next person. So all these people that are all going after them, just goes to show the type of people you all are. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I truly appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. I know I am supposed to do a member live stream. As I said, I'm definitely going to watch Nikki and them's live stream to see how I can live stream on StreamYard, and I'll definitely get to that. But I truly appreciate you guys. Please be safe out there, you guys. Stay hydrated. If you're having storms, please be safe. And have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye, guys.